Well, happening today, the Upper South Carolina State Fair continues at Greenville Pickens Speedway. This is video of past events of the fair that we're going to show you. The festivities started yesterday in EASLEY and continue until September 12th. The fair is bringing back the classics, including a monster truck and BMX show. There's also pig races and a petting zoo, plus rides and lots of fair food. The hours today are from 5 to 9 p.m.
And a hot air affair is happening today in Anderson County. The 4th annual Rise Above Cancer hot air balloon event supports upstate cancer patients and the Cancer Association of Anderson. Over 20 hot air balloons will take flight across Williamston, Pelzer, and West Pelzer starting this morning at 7. A few patients will get a unique opportunity to ride a balloon. In addition, the hot air balloons there will be to the hot air balloons there will be a kids zone, food trucks, and more. It all starts at 5 p.m. at the Williamston Town Municipal Center on 12 West Main Street.
And an upstate widow is getting a little helping hands from a veterans organization that she didn't even know existed. Patricia Johnson got a new roof on her house yesterday. She lost her husband, Steve Johnson, 9 years ago. He served in the Army, and now that he is gone, she needed some extra help. Well, Mighty Dog Roofing helped her get a new roof as part of a national roof deployment project.
Just to think that there are people out there that are willing to, I didn't know that there were people that were going to help the widow of a veteran, just never knew that that help was available. And it's just very overwhelming, that there are people out there willing to give so much. And I needed so much.
What a blessing. Well, Patricia says she greatly appreciates everyone who volunteered. All right, the time right now is 5:27. You're probably wondering what the weekend's going to look like. Well, let's check your weather now with Malachi Rogers. He's live in Clemson. He says it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic, and it's a nice start to the morning. 3 great stories there. You can go to the fair. We see the hot air balloons and, of course, helping out the community. All things that are fantastic, and the weather today is going to be great as well. We're talking morning temperatures in the 50s and 60s, light jacket, and this afternoon, how about high temperatures in the low 80s? We'll see this dry, sunny weather right into your weekend for the Labor Day, so hopefully you get a chance to get out and enjoy what should be fantastic weather over the next few days.
And let's take a look at your live drive traffic. The time now is 5:28. You're taking a live look out over major roadway here. It appears that the things are moving pretty smoothly this morning, but keep in mind it is Labor Day weekend, so you may see traffic start to pick up for all those travelers out on the road a little bit later this morning. But like I said, right now, no major crashes have been reported. Sabila?
Right, Taylor. Well, as you just saw, Malachi, today our 7 News team is in Clemson at Catherine Smith Plaza. That's on Edgewood Avenue. Come out and say hi. We have much more when we return. Stay with us. Well, now on 7 News, switching to virtual learning.
Yeah, we explained the impact a rise in COVID cases is now having on several upstate school districts.
Plus, a city mask mandate struck down. Why the highest court in South Carolina is ruling against Columbia requiring face coverings in school.
And it's the first big weekend of college football. And where else would you rather be than the home of the Tigers? We are live on a zip trip to Clemson.
And it is Friday, September 3rd. The time right now is 5:30. Welcome to 7 News This Morning. I'm Sabila Vargas.
And I'm Taylor Murray. Thanks for joining us. We have a special edition of 7 News this morning. We're taking a zip trip to Clemson.
All right, let's get back to Fred Cunningham. Christine Scarpelli's out there as well, along with Malachi Rogers. They're out there live, and they're telling us all about Clemson and all the wonderful things to do out there.
We sure are. We're here on a morning that we are acting almost like models for displaying all the various kinds of jackets that 7 News features.
I think they're really comfortable. And
Yeah.
you gotta look station friendly. You know, personally, mine is for comfort.
Right.
Because it is a little chilly out here, but it feels good.
It really does feel good. We
time.
hit September and it's just in time for football season, for fall weather, and it's fantastic out here.
Oh,
yeah.
I know. It's a great morning out here. We're going to have a lot of fun, a lot to talk about, getting you ready for Clemson and Georgia. The first time Clemson and Georgia have ever played each other with both ranked in the top 5. It is unquestionably the biggest football game this weekend across the country. It's going to be a fun one.
Very good.
All
Good
right.
weather, too.
A lot coming from Catherine Smith Plaza. Come down and see us. We're here till 9 a.m.
All right, we'll check back in, but first we begin with breaking news. We expect to learn more today about a crash that left one woman dead in Greenville County. It happened just after 4:30 yesterday afternoon on North Pleasantburg Drive. The coroner says a woman was turning left when she was hit by a Ford pickup truck. We're told she died at the scene. We are waiting to learn that victim's name.
And a new ruling by the South Carolina Supreme Court says the city of Columbia cannot require students to wear masks in schools. The state's attorney general filed a lawsuit last month after Columbia's mayor announced an emergency ordinance requiring masks in all public preschools, elementary and middle schools within the city limit. The AG claimed it would directly oppose a state budget provision which bans mask mandates in public schools. The Supreme Court says ultimately state legislation trumps the ruling of the local governments. Well, several upstate schools are transitioning to virtual learning today.
Officials point to rising COVID cases and a decrease in staffing as the cause. As of last week, Greenwood District 50 reported close to 10%, or more than 800 of its students are quarantining right now. Officials are hopeful students can return to in-person learning on the 8th. The district will hold 2 vaccine clinics next week, one on Thursday at Greenwood High School, and the other will be the next day at Emerald High School. And starting today, 3 Lawrence County District 55 schools are going virtual for several days.
Yeah, the schools are Lawrence District 55 High, Gray Court Owing School, and Hickory Tavern School. The district says that nearly 160 students and staff are COVID positive, and with over 670 quarantined. They say the main reason for shutting down is the lack of staff.
We are required by state law to provide a 5-day in-person school option for our parents, but at the same time we have to be able to provide a safe environment at the same time. So whenever we're looking at that, we really had to see how many adults that we had in the building.
These schools will be starting back in person on September 9th.
All right, let's go back to Malachi Rogers live in Clemson with a look at our forecast. Good morning, Malachi.
Hey, good morning, and what a great day to be out here at Clemson. We are enjoying some fantastic weather. It is a very comfortably cool jacket weather, as we mentioned, and it's going to be sunny and fantastic not only today, but through most of your Labor Day weekend. Let's take a look at what's going on outside right now as we have this mixture of temperatures that are in the 50s and 60s, mid to low 60s in Greenville, Clemson here, and Anderson, but we have 50s in Spartanburg, Union, Lawrence, and Greenwood, and all for western North Carolina. We take a look at a satellite radar that is mostly clear this morning, and it's going to stay that way through most of your day. So as we take a look at your forecast for today, planning it out, look at that. Noon temperatures are in the 70s, afternoon highs barely in the low 80s in the upstate, upper 70s in the mountains, and coming up, we're going to talk about a lot of things. The weather for the Clemson viewing party for tomorrow night's game, high school football forecast, and of course your Labor Day weekend. We'll talk about all of that in just a few minutes.
Great, Malachi, thank you. It's time to get a check of your live drive traffic. Here's a live look outside. This is 85 South near the Maulden Road exit. As you can see, traffic is moving smoothly in both directions as expected for this time this morning. No crashes have been reported, and that is your live drive.
All right, it's time to take you on a zip trip. And this week we're in Clemson. From the history to the food, we're showing you what it makes it so special. Our Fred Cunningham is joining us now live from Catherine Smith Plaza on Edgewood Avenue. Good morning, Fred.
Good morning, Sabila. We're talking about a lot of things. We're also talking about football because Clemson opens the season tomorrow against Georgia in Charlotte, and traveling with the Tigers will be the team's head trainer. 7 News' Ben Hoover introduces us to a man who came to Clemson more than 30 years ago and decided to stay.
I'm here at the Reeves Football Complex. I'm going to take you inside a room that cameras are rarely allowed, into the athletic training room, where we're going to meet the man who's been keeping these players healthy for decades. If there is an art to wrapping an ankle,
all right, try that.
Then meet the Michelangelo of athletic tape.
We'll pull the nebulizer out so it'll be ready for you.
The man who manages to rap and talk at the same time is Danny Poole, Clemson football's director of sports medicine. A role he worked up to after arriving on campus in 1984. He's one of the athletic trainers seen on game days.
Pass intended for Mike Williams.
When players go down and need medical attention.
The change is unbelievable, from where we were to where we are now.
Poole remembers when he did his job in much closer quarters, one single room for all sports.
It was fun though, because you'd get to, have fun, joking around with women's soccer or whoever came in there. Those days are gone.
Now, from this expansive work area in the Reeves Football Complex, Poole manages a team of 12 full-time staff and 25 undergrad and grad students, all attending to the needs of hundreds of athletes.
There's that general love, that everybody has. Everybody gets along really well. That's reflective of Coach Sweeney.
We sat down with Poole one-on-one for a series of rapid-fire questions with a guy who knows how to work under pressure. First question, who is the most intense coach?
I would say Coach Sweeney can be pretty intense, but probably Brent Venables, I would say, is probably the most intense.
What is the favorite cheat snack of the players?
I think that Krispy Kreme donut.
Do you work out? You look like you work out.
Usually my day starts about 4:45 on the treadmill in the weight room.
Do you listen to music?
No, I watch, usually I watch Channel 7.
Coach Sweeney's getting up there in age, does he ever come to you with any aches and pains from?
He will on occasion. He'll mention something, but he's not going to show his pain very much.
And last question, one his players ask the most, what's the total number of career wrapped ankles?
I don't know as I've ever really sat down and thought about it.
Sitting and reflecting is something Poole has no plans to do as he adapts to the always evolving world of sports medicine at one of college football's most successful programs. But it's not just Clemson athletics that's kept Poole around for so long. To him, it's more about the community as a whole.
It's a great place to raise your family. But I mean, if you think about just the location, I mean, you've got lakes, mountains, you're not that far from the coast.
In Clemson, Ben Hoover, 7 News.
Now, longtime Clemson fans know that Danny Poole's predecessor was Fred Hoover, who spent decades here in that same role, and Poole says that's just one reflection of the Clemson community. Our live zip trip from Clemson will roll on throughout the morning. We're at Catherine Smith Plaza, right in the downtown area. Stop by and see us. We're here live until 9 a.m.
All right, thanks so much, Fred. I'm so glad that he shared with us that the players love Krispy Kreme, just like you do, Fred. All right, coming up next here on 7 News, we got a lot more from Clemson. Stay tuned as we continue to explore the city in this special zip trip edition of 7 News this morning. Be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Time right now is 5:42, and we continue to take you on a zip trip to Clemson this morning. Let's check in with 7 News' Christine Scarpelli. She's joining us live from Catherine J. Smith Plaza on Edgewood Avenue. Good morning.
We have had so much fun. Yes, absolutely. We're near the university, so you have that young feel. We've had a couple students walk by this morning. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're up before us. But then you have the city close by, and that's what we're really focusing on this morning, is just how much the city of Clemson has to offer. And really, Pickens County in general has a lot of really cool things. You know who knows that better than anybody is the mayor of Clemson. Glad to have you this morning. Robert Halfacre here with us. You've got a lot of fun things on this table here because there's a lot of fun in Clemson with the city. It starts off with your young and those high school kids. We have had so much fun. We went to Daniel High. Do you guys remember that? We took it was really a football Friday morning, I guess, but we went on our own little zip trip to the school. They set up an ESPN game day, and you know Daniel very well. The kiddos are there?
They are. Both my kids are at Daniel. It's great. And this is a shout out for tonight. There was a game scheduled for tonight.
Tell me.
It's actually at 7:30.
Okay. It
was scheduled as of Wednesday of this week, so it's kind of short notice, but we're excited to see Daniel play. They're state champions, and so from last year, so it's great to see them out at 7:30 today. They're playing Duluth, Georgia, a 7A team, so big time.
Huge.
So we're excited to have them in town, and it'll be a great atmosphere. And then, of course, we have the big game tomorrow night in Charlotte.
Oh, yes, you're going to go to that. Very good.
That's
Listen,
right.
A lot of people know Clemson University, Clemson football. There are other sports across Clemson and other focuses as well, right? Do you guys feel like the city, the university, are they working together for the good?
We are. It's been enhanced over the last few years. It kind of goes up and down. We're very transparent and honest about everything, but the nice thing is we've had a really good relationship over the years, and it continues to be enhanced, and we're working together to make the best of the situation, and we have a great partnership in Clemson University, but we have a lot of other partners as well.
Yeah, let's please touch on that.
So we'll touch on Southern Wesleyan, Tri-County Technical College.
Very cool.
That's what makes Clemson so unique. We're so blessed to have 3 wonderful colleges, universities throughout the area, and every fall they double our population. And we all know that, but it brings a lot of energy, brings a lot of diversity to our community, so we're very fortunate. And this is just a couple props that'll show you, who we represent, but we have 3 wonderful universities within 5 miles,
so
and
much
colleges.
fun. Hoping those students also stay here. We love that. And I'm going to give you guys a task. Come on down Clemson and come see the mural. So very neat to see downtown. We'll touch on that later, and a little bit more about just how this community comes together. A lot more to show you. Thank you, Mayor. We'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, I love the mural idea, and it's so Instagrammable, which everybody loves to do. And our weather actually might be a little Instagrammable this weekend, because you're saying it's going to be good. Right, Malachi?
Not good, not good. It's going to be great. We're out here at the park. It's comfortable out here, plenty of sunshine. We talked a little bit about the great things at Clemson. We're going to talk more about the great weather heading our way this weekend coming up when we come back.
Time right now is 5:48. Here are your top stories. The South Carolina Supreme Court has ruled the city of Columbia cannot require students to wear masks in schools. The original lawsuit claimed a mask mandate in the city opposed a state budget provision which bans mask mandates in public schools. The Supreme Court ruled state legislation trumps the rulings of local governments.
And several upstate schools are going virtual due to a rise in COVID cases. Students in Greenwood District 50 will move classes online today and next Tuesday. Meanwhile, 3 schools in Lawrence County District 55 are going virtual until the September 9th date. Those include Lawrence District 55 High School, Gray Court Owings School, and Hickory Tavern School. And Highway Patrol is urging drivers to slow down this Labor Day weekend. Troopers say they are targeting areas that have seen an upswing in collisions and fatalities. Highway Patrol says you can dial star HP if you notice someone driving unsafely.
All right, let's get a check of your weather right now. Malachi Rogers is live in Clemson for our last zip trip. Good morning.
Good morning, Sabila, and it is a fantastic morning, about 10 minutes to 6, and the weather out here has been fantastic. And usually we'll say, you know, the weather's great before the sun comes up, but even after sunrise this morning, we are still looking at some fantastic weather across the area. It's comfortably cool, less humidity out there, and our temperatures are a mixture of 50s and 60s. Temperatures are responding to that drier air in place. 56 in Asheville, 54 in Hendersonville. We're at 54 as well in Lawrence, and look at this, Spartanburg, Union, Greenwood are all in the 50s. A little bit warmer here in Clemson as well as Greenville at 64 and 66. Skies are clear this morning. Lots of sunshine with our sunrise a little over an hour away for our zip trip. And look at this, 8 o'clock temperatures still in the mid-60s. Our afternoon highs are right around 72 degrees at 10 o'clock this morning. And as we head into the afternoon, it's going to get a little bit warmer, right around 80. We take a look at our satellite and radar, and it is clear this morning, and I expect it to stay that way through most of the day. As we take a look at our hour-by-hour forecast, what you're going to see are a few clouds rolling in from the west later this afternoon. Gives us a little filtered sunlight, if you will, but otherwise we are in great shape. Plenty of sunshine, dry weather today, and temperatures, oh, they are going to feel like late September, early October. Low 80s in the upstate, upper 70s today in western North Carolina as our march towards the first day of fall continues. We are looking at a Friday night football forecast that is great. Look at this. We're talking temperatures in the 70s, upper 70s at 7 o'clock. Jacket weather if you head out tonight, because look at this, 70 degrees by 9 o'clock as those games start to wrap up. The skies are mostly clear, and that's going to be the key for today and for your Labor Day weekend, with highs in the mid-80s tomorrow, upper 80s for Sunday and Monday. So whatever your Labor Day plans are, go out, enjoy, have fun, and enjoy what should be some great weather. We take a look at our satellite and radar, and a 7-on-7 forecast, I should say, that is clear, dry, and seasonably cool. Actually, unseasonably cool. We're in the low 80s today, but mid-80s on Sunday. Back to the upper 80s, which is where actually we should be this time of year. But notice that we're mostly dry over the next 7 days in the upstate. Same in western North Carolina. If you're heading up to Hendersonville for the Apple Festival this weekend, which is always a big deal, we are looking at temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s Saturday, Sunday, and even on Labor Day Monday with dry weather and sunshine. But notice those lows, they're dipping to the 50s, so make sure you're prepared for some cooler weather over the next few mornings.
All right, thanks, Malachi. It's time to get a check of your live drive traffic. Here's a live look outside. This is just a few miles from the 82-mile marker in Cherokee County. There's been bad backup there for a few miles, so if you plan on heading that way, make sure to leave at least 15 minutes early. Now, it is Labor Day weekend, so pack your patience if you're heading out on the roadways, and that is your live drive. Well, next on 7 News this morning, it's a hot air affair in the upstate. The colorful display you can catch today while also supporting local patients battling cancer. Coming up. Happening today, the Upper South Carolina State Fair continues at Greenville Pickens Speedway. This is video of past events at the fair. The festivities started yesterday in EASLEY and continue until September 12th. The fair is bringing back the classics, including a monster truck and BMX show. There's also pig races and a petting zoo, plus rides and, of course, a lot of fair food. Hours today are from 5 to 9 p.m.
And a hot air affair is happening today in Anderson County. The 4th annual Rise Above Cancer hot air balloon event is supporting upstate cancer patients and the Cancer Association of Anderson. Over 20 hot air balloons will take flight across Williamston, Pelzer, and West Pelzer starting this morning at 7. A few patients will also get a unique opportunity to ride a balloon. In addition, the hot air balloons there will be a kids zone, also some food trucks and more. And that starts at 5 p.m. at the Williamston Town Municipal Center. So it should be so incredible to see those balloons up in the air. And Malachi, I got to tell you, I know you get excited about our weather, but you are extra excited about our weather this weekend.
Yeah, the weather this weekend is going to be fantastic, and we've gotten a lot of compliments on the weather, although we don't have anything to do with it, but we're just reporting it. You see a lot going on behind me. We're going to be talking about all the stuff going on in the next half an hour, but we are looking at weather today that is just fantastic. If you love fall, this is your kind of weekend. We're sunny, we're dry, we're clear, and we're cool in the morning. 50s and 60s in the mornings, but the afternoon highs are in the 80s. Low rain chances, and we'll talk about all of that coming up in our next hour.
All right, Malachi, and as you just saw, today is our 7 News team is out there at Clemson at the Catherine J. Smith Plaza. Come out and say hi to us. We'd love to see you. We'll be back with more Zip Trip and 7 News when we come back. The time right now is 5:57.